Hey, what's up, guys? This is going to be your guide to Heroic Ascendant Council 10 man. We finally able to get it down. This is our last Heroic, so we're really excited about this. Gets us 13-13, and yeah, super. I would say it's a fun fight. I think that it's overhyped. People say that it's really difficult. It's kind of just a little bit of personal responsibility that people need to be kind of conscious of, but as long as you have a pretty solid group, you can definitely make your way through it. So, start out with the poll. We have Ignatius and Fludius. These are the two bosses. If you don't know the normal strats, I recommend watching like a 3-minute normal guide just to kind of brush up on it. But basically, we're going to start out by just busting into Ignatius right at the start, and then we misdirect Fludius just to make the pull a little bit simpler. The reason we do this is because if you have like ranged who are just targeting Fludius off the rip, even if you misdirect it, then oftentimes it's easy to lose threat because we're just one taking this. We have one blood decay, and he's going to be taking threat on both of them. So this just makes it so that he's starting on, he'll have threat on, and then once Fludius gets here, we can start cleaving, right? So that's just how we do it off the pull. The reason that we want our one tank rather than two is just because the third phase is kind of a damage rush, so it's nice to have that extra DPS there. We also are 2 healing this, so you're going to have a very substantial amount of DPS. What is that, 7? Yeah, that makes sense, 7. Right here, we're just doing damage to the bosses. The pretty normal mechanics as you've seen so far. There's going to be the water bombs that go out. If you get water bombed, then you're going to have to walk into the fire. Sometimes the fire isn't going to spawn, so you're going to see in this pull, oftentimes we don't get the fire when Ignatius dashes away. In that case, if you don't get the fire, what you have to do is you have to run in front of the torrent to get cleaved by this fire breath that he does. You're going to see right here, I'm sure that some people get hit by it on the melee. Water bomb's going to go out. You can dodge them too, but it's kind of hard to see. You see everybody in melee just got hit by it. So what they're going to do is they're going to step in front of it and they're going to clear it that way. And then they'll come back. So yeah, it's really simple. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes he drops a fire trail, sometimes he doesn't. We think it has something to do with people standing on the stairs, but honestly, it is hard to find any consistency to it. So if you don't have fire, just make sure that you run in front of him to clear it. That's your responsibility. A lot of these things are your responsibility. So the other thing that you're going to see in Heroic is now there's going to be 2 different debuffs that come out. So the first one is going to be called Static Overload, and the second one is going to be called Gravity Core. If you get either of these, you got to run to the middle of the room and you clear them, right? So I'm standing on the guy who has the other one, and then we both stand on each other, and eventually it clears, and then we can go back to what we're doing. Now, these buffs suck. So you notice this guy right here, he's walking here. He doesn't realize what's going on. Because I ran by him when I had this, you're going to see it pulses, and it ends up giving him the debuff right here. So it's a like 100% casting reduction or something like that. Not 100%. It makes his cast take twice as long, basically. It's a stupidly annoying buff. But you just don't want to run through people when you have it. People kind of have to be like spread out around the room to avoid it. You're probably going to hit somebody, and it's going to be annoying for them. But you just got to get to the middle and clear it as best as you can. So that's right there. They cleared it, I think. I hope. Looks like they did. And then they're just going to go back to fighting the boss, right? So that's basically the whole first phase right here, is that there's those debuffs. There's also these things going out. I guess this is another actually really important thing. So right here, you're going to notice the shield. It'll come out at around the same time as Glaciate. So we have a little tactic that we do here to kind of deal with this. So Glaciate is a raid-wide damage, and it'll do more damage the closer you are to it. So if you're really close to Glaciate, it's going to one-shot you. What you need to do is you need to pull Fludius out of the group before he glaciates. Like I said, we're one-tanking it. So there's 2 different things you can try. If you don't have a melee who can taunt him out, then you're going to have to try it this way, where you just have the tank run, and then eventually Fludius will start casting Glaciate, and you'll stand still, and at which point you will pull Ignatius away from him, and then you don't have to worry about it, right? Because he's away from the group. What we do to make it just a little bit easier is we grab the guy that's normally tanking. He is going to taunt him out of the group. So he's going to run over here, taunt Fludius. Fludius will run this way, right before Glaciate. Once he starts casting Glaciate, now Ignatius is all on his own over here. And then we can damage Ignatius because sometimes this is a problem when you pull him away like that. Because Ignatius is also going to cast Aegis of the Flame. Oftentimes it'll line up exactly with it, right? The Aegis of the Flame is going out. This means that he stands still. And you need to damage the shield, and then you need to kick it before it goes off, because you're going to notice it's raid-wide pulsing AoE. Kind of like the Storm Shield on Conclave, if you've done that. So this raid AoE really sucks. We pop Rally for it, and then we kick it when we can. I kind of called Rally based off of like our positioning, how aware we were that this was happening. So I felt like right there we weren't exactly aware that we needed to be hitting Ignatius, so we're probably going to take an extra pulse. So if you need a raid CD, definitely use it. There's not really a ton of opportunities to use them otherwise in this fight, so it's definitely a good place to use them. You can also pop Aura Mastery is a good one there. After that, this is the whole first phase. It just repeats. It's the same stuff, right? If you get the debuffs, you run to the center. If you get waterlogged, There's another debuff that goes out. I didn't even mention it because, like, honestly, there's so much going on that it's like expecting people when they get this debuff to just like sprint around all the time is it's a lot to ask. That's not the end of the world if you guys don't spread this debuff, but if you want to parse, this is the way to do it. So you're gonna notice I have it right here, and I think I run to the melee eventually. It took me 5 seconds to realize I even had it, and then I spread it to these guys, and that just makes you do more damage to Falutius. There's also a fire one that'll make you do more damage to the other person. This needs to get dispelled eventually, so it does do damage, but if you spread it to your friends, they'll do more damage. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you guys are having trouble with a ton of other stuff, just dispel it right away. Don't even worry about it. The damage isn't that necessary. It's not like this is a DPS race or anything, right? You're just trying to kill both of the bosses at the same time. So you get them both to 25%, and then we phased it, and then the 2 new guys come out, right? So now the 2 new guys are out, and these guys have their own mechanics, of course. So if you remember for normal, once they spawn, you need to get a tornado to get in the air, and then after they send out the shockwave or whatever it is, then you're going to get grounded. So right here, everyone's running to the tornado. They're going to try to get in the air. The new thing that you need to worry about in this phase that will really wipe your group, and it's going to be the hardest thing for most groups, is these frost orbs that come out. They're going to spawn, and when they spawn, there's nothing you can do about them. You just have to kite them, right? So you notice, luckily, I get it right here, and I'm going to be running around. And what I am looking for is I'm looking for a big fire beam. So it's on the stairs right here, and this is how I am going to get rid of this frost orb. I have to kite it into this fire patch, and then it'll get rid of both of them, and then, yeah, then we don't die. If the frost orb hits you, it will wipe the raid, the entire raid. It's not just you that dies. Everyone dies, so the fight's over. So make sure that if you get this frost orb, that your #1 priority is you are running away from it. So you notice again, I get targeted right here, and I am looking for the fire patch. I see that it's right there, but I have a tornado on my way. This is an issue. This is the problem in the fight, right? There's a lot of stuff to worry about. I can't hit this tornado because we're about to get a thunder shock in 6 seconds, and if I'm not grounded, I am going to die, right? So instead of going, I had to go around the tornado, I have to lap my way around, and what you're going to see right here is that our priest will now grip me over here, and then I can hit that. So this is a heads up play from the priest. He was paying attention. This is something we discussed before the fight, that he's going to be aware, and if people need grips, then he'll help them. Another thing I could have done there, potentially used Ghost Wolf. I have rocket boots that I didn't use. There's a lot of things that I could use there, right? So you just need to make sure that when these orbs are out, that is your #1 priority. Don't worry about doing damage. Don't worry about whatever is going on your screen. Just get over to the fire patch and get rid of the orb. Otherwise, you will wipe the raid. Aside from that, in this phase, I don't think there's a ton of other things going on. It is really those. This hardened skin, it gives him a shield. Kick it, ideally. There's this lightning blast where he TPs away, uses disperse, he'll TP like a direction, and then he'll cast this. It's not a very fast cast, so as long as any range is paying attention, you can kick it, right? So if anyone's not dealing with frost orbs, then they just pay attention to that, and they'll be fine. There's also this lightning rod right here that I forgot to mention. If you get lightning rod, you just get out of the group. It does chain lightning around you, so you know he's standing way out here, just to avoid it. So nothing too crazy in this phase. There's a lot of little mechanics in this fight. That is kind of how the fight's built. A lot of really little things that you need to worry about, and then like personal responsibility. But there's not too much that's like too crazy, right? There's not like too many big mechanics that you need to worry about. It's just a bunch of little things that you need to manage on your own. So right here, you notice we're damaging through. Once we get to the 3rd phase, they're going to merge, and they merge with the same amount of HP on the average that you killed them. So this guy's 22, this guy's 27, 25, 24. He'll probably come out at around 24% HP. They're just 24, so we got them kind of low, which is pretty lucky that we kind of actually phased them like perfectly in this fight. But right here, what you're going to do is you're going to take the boss, you're going to bring him to the outer ring, and then you're just going to kite him around the room because he drops these little pools periodically, and these pools spread. So you just want to kite him around the room, and then that way you will have as much amount of time to kill him as you possibly can, right? He also has this lightning mechanic. This is a soft and rage mechanic. It just it ramps, so you don't really want to pop CDs super early into the phase. You kind of want to wait until a little bit later. So you notice we popped Rally right here, and now we're popping Aura Mastery. I don't think it does anything right here. Maybe it blocks a little bit of that damage, but there's Gravity Crush. So you pick this guy up right here, and now he said he was going to bubble. I don't know if he messed up or what, but he died. Right here, we're going to roll a him. And then after him, we're going to roll Trank, and we just roll CDs one by one as we're going through this, and it keeps us up. Then we're able to get our kill, right? So you just do what you can, and then you spread out around the room, and you kill the boss. Pop Bloodlust, do everything you can, right? So there's our kill. Yeah, that was the whole fight. If you guys enjoy this type of stuff, if you find it helpful, I have guides for all of the other fights over on my channel, so you can definitely go check those out. Also, if you guys have ideas for other things that you'd like to see from me, maybe I might do an Ellie Shaman guide or something after this, then you could definitely let me know in the comments, because I'm basically out of content up until this point. I was doing a bunch of guides, and now I need to figure out something else I want to do if I want to keep the content rolling. So yeah, other than that, guys, I really appreciate you for sticking around for all these guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Misdirection, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm relying on. It buys me a little more time.
If we have like 3 people cranking it, though, it's not gonna matter.
I got it.
I'll take your misdirection and show you fucking shaman
Oh,
burst.
no, there
is.
is.
You gotta get flame
Nope.
third.
Yep. If you get hit, you have to get flamethrower.
Pulling out glaciate.
Stack on me to get flame third before glaciate goes off.
Big damage on Ignatius. Damage on Ignatius.
Glaciate's
Didn't
out.
happen.
Can you rally?
There it is. He cleared it.
Kick. Yes.
Alright, I'm back in my tanking spot.
No fire again.
Do one fucking fire line, please. Everyone try to stay off the stairs.
Dodge.
Sometimes it bugs fire line. Barrett, get flamethrower. Idiot.
If you have the frost, you have to get flamethrower. Call if you don't have it.
Gravity cores on AF.
Glaciate soon. Glaciate there.
Get out.
Watch iron, please. They're pretty even right now. We're doing good, guys.
No fire line again.
Wrong one.
Well, focus Ignatius. Everyone on Ignatius.
Get out. Oh, never mind.
Phase 2.
I'm out of taunts, hold on.
Taunt it back to me. You're good.
There's a tornado on the stairs. Everyone get to it.
Fucking can't escape the slurp, dude. Get away from the slurp.
Holy
Frozen
fuck,
orb.
coming, get ready.
Good
Feast
roar.
out. It's
Lost
chase some
orbs.
spaghetti. Get grounded, get slurped, this new square.
Going to get my buff.
Gotta get the grounded.
Get grounded.
New orb out.
Diesel.
It's on me again.
I can't get in.
Are you good? Or do you need?
I'm fine. Actually, can you grip me? Can you grip me? Perfect.
We need to be grounded.
Yes.
Now we need to be lifted.
So grounded. So grounded. So grounded.
Orb on burnt.
Fire. Frozen orb.
Get
Now
air.
get in the air.
Win.
I can't grip you, burnt.
I'm fine.
Without touching the orb. Going for the tornado.
Get in the air as well, yeah.
Frozen orb, watch out. Under boss.
AFK. You have lightning rod. Get out.
It's on melee, someone. PR.
You just have to tight that for a second, PR.
You have to cut it even more, yeah.
It cleared.
Oh, it was nice.
Big damage to Restra. Big damage to
Nice.
Restra. New orb in the back. I hope it goes away when we phase.
It does.
Okay, sweet. We're gonna lust here, and then you're gonna take the boss to the outside of the room.
I hope this lightning rod doesn't zap everybody.
Yeah, no, we're good.
What's the difference between the okay?
Just spread out.
It's longer.
Spread out in the middle. Remember your pots as well.
We're going.
So the damage ramps, so we're gonna start rolling CDs later, okay?
Don't stand in a
Let's
lava.
rally right now. Don't hit the lava seeds.
Oh my god. Trolling.
Gravity crush. Watch
I can
Ska.
bubble this.
Yeah, bubble it if
I
you can.
bubble this.
Can you roll him? Can you get him up?
We don't have one. Someone earlier.
Move away from me. I'm sorry.
Upper lava seeds.
Roll Trank, please.
Got nothing.
Hey, they watch your feet while we can't move.
Pop barrier for yourself. If you can stand in it, it's maybe 2 people. Personals if you got them.
Watch lava seeds.
13-13, boys. Let's
That
go.
wasn't that bad. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Gravitational pull.